All right, everybody, welcome out to the Log Room Guys Craft Beer Show. It is Tuesday, April the 22nd, 2025. Jersey Johnny coming at you. With me, as always, none other than Mr. Beer Samurai, reporting all the way from Austin, Texas. How are you this evening, Mr. Samurai?
I'm good. I've got a Carl.
You've got
I have a Carl.
You have,
He has
you
a Carl.
I have a Carl.
You both have a call. I don't have a call.
Carl.
You both,
Carl.
you,
Carl.
Carl. Carl. I said Carl. You both have a Carl.
That's a Jersey accent, I guess.
Yes.
It sounds like Carl.
Yeah, it's probably just the headphones coming through there. I don't have a Carl. You guys have the Carl. Yeah, so you both suck. I don't have a Carl. There you go. Anyway, how are you so far, gents, folks? Look, we're gonna jump straight to the guest tonight, obviously, because he's on camera with Mr. Samurai. So please welcome to the show, Mr. Bryan Winslow, founder and owner of St. Elmo Brewing in Austin, Texas. How are you this evening?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I am doing fine. I keep saying this evening. It's technically not evening where you are for another 8 minutes, but it all works.
It's close enough.
It's close enough. So we'll call it evening.
Yeah, when does the evening start, really?
6, right? That's what I always thought, right? 6 o'clock.
Sure.
Okay, we'll go with that. Yeah, we're going on.
Yeah, it's all good. It's still Tuesday, and it's still time to drink a beer. And since you guys are already drinking, why don't you tell everybody what Carl is, and then we'll start to talk about everything else while I pour my beer.
He makes it. It's named after him, sort of, in a way.
Sure.
Carl Winslow?
That's me. Yeah, you nailed it. Yes. We're drinking a German Kolsch, made here at St. Elmo Brewery. That's the original location. And it's filtered, all German ingredients, light, crispy beer, made for Texas. Carl.
Look how you can see right through that, John.
You can read through that thing.
You can see my face.
That is beautiful.
Right? We've
filtered beer is a beautiful thing.
Oh, and we've said it a few times in the show that you get too many of these beers that it's not clear, it's not crisp, it's overly hot.
Yep.
No, you've nailed the style. It's a beautiful beer. This is lawnmower beer.
It is. It is. I've just an ode to a beer called Lawnmower. I have to shout him out because a brewery called St. Arnold in Houston, Texas, where I was raised, it was like the first craft beer I ever fell in love with is a beer called Lawnmower from that brewery. It's a German Kolsch, and yeah, it inspired Carl and many other awesome beers here at St. Elmo.
That's awesome. That sounds fantastic. Dave, might you be bringing some of that back with you?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, no. If you can pry it out of Carrie's hands. She took me once.
Tell her there'll be a little reciprocity if she allows one to.
We have to leave some live oak in the Airbnb to bring some of this home.
There you go. Well, just drink the live oak in the Airbnb. That's all.
Yeah. Let me just get it there.
And speaking of reciprocity, go ahead. What?
No, he originally had me convinced he named it Carl after his grandfather, Carl Sagan.
That's right. Yeah, my grandfather, Carl Sagan.
So
you're great.
Not my grandfather, no.
But that's how he had me convinced that.
Carl Sagan rules. No, it is named after Carl Winslow. My last name Winslow. We're very distantly related.
There you go. All right. Now that's the Chicago Winslows, right?
Yeah. No, the Houston Winslows. Did you hear him earlier?
The Houston. All right. There you go. The Houston Winslows.
Look down on the Chicago Winslows, right?
Yeah, sure.
Any rate. Happy Earth Day, by the way.
Yes, happy Earth Day, everybody. We didn't do those right away. There you go. Happy Earth Day to all those who celebrate, and everybody should be celebrating. I mean, it's Earth Day, right? It's not just like Prince Spaghetti Day or anything like that. It's Earth Day. It's
Yeah, and we celebrate. Carrie and I celebrate by going out to Pedernales Falls, climbing around the rocks, getting into the water. Actually, not the falls themselves. You're not allowed to swim where the falls are, but that was a lot of fun. It's beautiful out there.
It really is. A lot. It's one of the closest state parks to Austin. About 45 minutes or so. We get out there and a lot of good hiking and camping. Take my boys out there. It's fun.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
What are you drinking, John?
I'll throw it up for you. I am drinking a beer called Everything Transitory. It's from Holy Mountain Brewing in Seattle, Washington. It is
nice.
a Munich Dunkel. There you go.
So you're starting there. Very nice. Cheers. Cheers. Actually, Prost would be appropriate.
There you go. Yeah, Prost. One German beer to another.
Yeah.
Exactly. Prost. There you go. Oh my God, that's great. Yes, Dave, I should have ordered 2 of these.
Yeah, he has a bad habit of ordering from Devore, ordering one, and then wishing he'd ordered more. Does it all the time. Right?
Yeah, I do.
Or just have one beer.
But the problem with that is, if that's the case, I only order the stuff anymore from Tavour that I really, really want. And if I order 2 or 3 of all of those beers, I don't have any room for the beer I have, let alone for anything else coming. So 1 has to be the number. So.
And then you're back to aging IPAs.
Then I'm back to 8. Well, I don't order IPAs from Tavour, so
It's an inside joke. I'm sure.
Don't even worry about it. Anyway, all right. So let's kick this off. While we're at it, really quick, Happy National Jelly Bean Day.
Oh yeah, if you got some jelly beans, that's fine.
To those who celebrate, it is National Jelly Bean Day because you got to finish them up before they get hard after Easter. So you got to get them going.
They're not like Peeps where they're better hard.
Right. Exactly.
I like Peeps stale. You like them fresh?
Sure. Yes.
The one thing that we can probably agree on, you probably don't like them in beer.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No, we all agree on that one.
I like my beer in beer.
You like beer flavored?
I like beer flavored beer. I do. Definitely. 100%. And then of course, as Dave pointed out before, Happy National School Bus Driver Appreciation Day.
You gotta appreciate them. I think they didn't appreciate me earlier because I was trying to get across the highway in Dripping Spring from Pigpen Brew. How does it pronounce it? Acopin? Acopon Brewing.
Yeah. Acopon Brewing.
Brewery, English style brewery in Dripping Springs.
Yeah, I tried to cross the road and blocked off.
So you do a little Frogger action trying to get across the highway?
Yeah, and I failed, and I think I backed up traffic in Dripping Springs for a good 3 miles.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Ready to
go.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic.
Where traffic backs up, Dripping Springs.
Yeah. There you
go. So you know how people talk about how bad traffic is in their town, where like that's New Jersey?
Of course. Oh, yeah.
So Austin's traffic's like ours.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's really bad here.
I've been told all the years, and not specifically this, but I've been told a number of things over the years from anybody. I have yet to get to Austin. I need to get down there, but yeah, I mean, the only Texas town I've been to is Dallas. That's it. So, I gotta get there.
Crying shame.
Yeah, I gotta get to Austin. But I've been told by many people, a few people that have moved to Austin, a bunch of people that have been there. There are several similarities, minor similarities here and there with Austin to New Jersey. Not specific, but not specifically the town by any means, but like retrospect, like music scene, certain music scenes, stuff like that. Food. There's very underlying similarities between New Jersey and Austin.
Thing about Austin is a surprise. I expected to come into Austin because it's Texas. Hear a lot of country music.
Sure.
Barely heard any country.
Yeah, I mean, you're Austin. Austin is known for being, the blueberry and the cherry pie, and without getting into all the politics of it, it's a different space than what people traditionally see as Texas, but there's plenty of good country music and plenty of good places to participate and all that fun stuff here.
Oh, I can attest to that, and we've been here for a week now, and it's been a blast. The breweries, the barbecue rules.
Yeah, smoked meats. That's what we do.
John, I don't have enough for all meds.
Dave, did I tell you? I got something for you. Hold on, Dave. Here, it's right here.
For me.
That was just for you, Dave. All right. So let's get this.
The only thing I'll say about the politics here is I was told one thing about the politics here is that it is a little island of blue and a sea of red.
Yeah, right.
And that is quite accurate. This is just an amazing, wonderful town. We've had a blast.
Yeah, a lot of friendly people, a lot of good things to eat and drink, and go places to go dance and drink good beer.
Oh, the liquid's so good here, John.
Awesome. Yeah, I got to get down there. Definitely got to get down there.
And with and all the barbecue places. Someone told us. So we've been to our first place we went was La Barbecue.
Okay, fantastic.
Yes. And that's more of like they've fused some modern flavors into their what they do with the crust and all that. Our second place we went was Micklethwaite.
Yeah, sure.
Micklethwaite, that's the more classic Texas barbecue. Then we went to Lewis and
Leroy and Lewis,
right over there. Yeah.
Good friends of mine. We have a beer coming out with them on Friday. Yeah, we made a collaboration with them.
Oh, their sauces are amazing. That mustard sauce?
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
their beet sauce.
The beet sauce is so
beef
good.
Cheek.
They were out of beef cheek when we got there.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. But then we went back to Micklethwaite because it was Saturday, and they had the beef ribs.
Mm-hmm.
John, one beef rib's good for 4 people.
Yeah, it's
really.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is Fred Flintstone stuff.
I was going to say it's one of those ribs that Fred got on the side of his car.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
They'll knock your car over.
Right.
And then we just did Pig Pen in Dripping Springs because it was the only one in Dripping Springs open at the moment. But they were pretty good. They got good smoke going.
You hit some of the best ones, that's for sure. Yeah, Leroy and Lewis, I would say, is the top of the top. We were actually college roommates years ago and known them for the better part of 20 years. And they make really, really good food. The La Barbecue, Micklethwaite, Franklin. There's lots of good barbecue here.
We were 4 blocks from Franklin, but we decided to do Micklethwaite instead.
Sure.
And we were told that the only difference between the barbecues here, it's either at 11 or a 12 on a scale from 1 to 10.
Yeah, right. Yes. It's constant peaking.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yes. And the biggest difference between the barbecue joints is it depends upon. There are differences. Some people do their brisket a little drier. Mm-hmm. Some do it so fatty that you don't have enough cholesterol mixed with you. It doesn't matter how many you brought. But the thing that divides them is probably the sides.
Sure, that's where it can get very divisive. Absolutely, is because those vary. A lot more. Salted meat can vary so much.
Yep.
But yes, you can get a lot of your personality inside. Like Laura Liz has awesome kimchi, and they dive into really experimental, new school flavors and ideas. Or you go to Franklin, or you go to Lockhart to Black's Barbecue or whatever, you can get classic potato salad. Yeah. Kind of OG staples. So.
Oh, Micklethwaite has the chip cheese grits. Oh, and their mac and cheese. Oh, great stuff. Oh yeah. I'm probably about. Usually when I go on vacation, I come back lighter. Not this one.
No,
you come back lighter.
Well, because I do a lot of hiking and walking and all that, so I walk off everything I eat and drink. But there's no way to walk off what I've eaten here.
Oh hell no.
It's gonna take a bit. It's one of those where you've eaten so much that you can't sleep at night because you can't roll over.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's
gonna be me this Saturday night.
What are you doing this Saturday night?
My daughter Rachel's getting married.
That's right.
Oh, congratulations.
So between all of the food at the cocktail hour and a half.
Congratulations to you and your family, and I'm sorry to your pocketbook.
And when's the next one? How many months?
My other daughter's getting married 4 months in September.
4 months. There you go.
Damn.
Yeah. So he's poor as fuck right now. Yeah.
But already. But that was weird.
Well, let's get to the first question.
Yeah, I was going to say. I was just going to say. There's going to be plenty of food and plenty of booze going down on Saturday night. So I'm not going to be rolling over all that much on Saturday night. But I hear what you're saying. All right, yeah. Let's get to the first question. That we ask everybody. Here we are, 15 minutes in. First question. There we go. First question we ask everybody that's new first time on the show. What was the very first craft beer, to the best of your recollection, that you ever had?
Sure. Honestly, I already named it. St. Arnold Lawnmower. So yeah, growing up, my best buddy Steve, his dad was cool, and he would buy St. Arnold beer in Houston, Texas, and we would steal them out of the garage fridge. And I remember drinking it because they had an amber, they had an IPA, and they had Lawnmower, which is the light beer, because we were 17 or something.
Right.
And So light beer was like what we were dipping our toes into. But it was really interesting but also easy to drink. And it was made in Houston. So it was just like this really revelation. Like, hey, you can have really good light beer that isn't Keystone or Busch or Budweiser or whatever.
Right.
Or Lone Star, exactly.
Hey, now we can get your whole head on.
There we go. I was like the whole time I've been like, what? Yeah. So that, and then it's one that probably everybody would know, Boston Lager. I'd go, whether I'd go visit, family in Lowell, Massachusetts, or wherever. Boston Lager was one, having this dark beer, the amber lager, right? But at the time, again, 20 plus years ago, it was a dark beer, full flavored, and so anyway, those are the first two.
I got you, Dave. Why don't you tell them what mine and your first beer was independently back in the '80s?
Where we are.
Hell yeah, yeah.
That's what was there. That was available, and that's when we realized beer can have flavor and warm up and not taste like this.
Let's be enjoyable through like the entire glass.
Yeah. Rather than having
Exactly.
to chug it so you can taste it.
Yep.
There's a reason that the mountains turn blue, because that's at that point it numbs your taste buds.
Yeah.
Just drink it now. Drink it now.
100%. This Dunkel is fantastic. I do wish I'd have gotten like 3 of these. This is fantastic.
One of his favorite styles too, by the way.
Yeah. As is a Kolsch, but.
German.
All right, and the other question would be, to the best recollection, what was the first craft brewery or first brewery period you ever visited?
I ever visited. St. Arnold was also early there, but I will probably say the first one I ever visited was Independence Brewing here in Austin, Texas.
Fair enough.
This was before tap rooms were really a thing. Until 2013 in Texas, you could not go to a brewery and buy a pint of beer legally. Crazy.
Which means New Jersey beat Texas? Seriously?
We actually beat Texas on that one because we couldn't do it either.
Until September 2012.
So
but you had to take the tour.
See, exactly. Yeah. So you could buy a tour or buy the glass, an empty glass. They give you the beer, right? There's all the the loopholes. So, but it was like the first Saturday, I think, of every month, Independence Brewing, which is now 15, 20 years old, been around for quite a while. Probably closer to 20 years old. They would have everybody out in their parking lot, and there were there's only a couple other breweries in town, like Live Oak was basically the other one, a couple pubs, and we would go there and drink a bunch of beer in a parking lot and be super stoked to do it.
I love it.
Beer in parking lot, that's an age-old tradition.
100%. 100%. All right. So Bryan, when did you first decide, you know what, this craft beer industry, this is for me. I got to do something in it.
Yeah, just after college, I started home brewing, and there's a brewery here in Austin that opened called Austin Beer Works that had super slick cans and cool beers, and they were blowing minds. I was like, man, I want to do that and work for them and maybe do my own thing someday. And so that was 2010, 2011. That was kind of like the turning point, and from there kind of dove into reading all the books and trying all the beers and brewing way too much at my house.
Was your home brewer to start with?
Yeah.
What was
beer was a Belgian triple.
The first beer you brewed was a Belgian triple?
Mom's house.
Wow.
Yeah. And you know what? It wasn't great, but it was booze, and it tasted okay, and I drank it all.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the first on the show.
That is the first on the show. For anybody home brewing, the first beer they ever brewed was a Belgian triple. That's ambitious and awesome that you you brewed it and drank it all. That's awesome. So kudos to that. All right, so you were working for Austin Beer Works then. You went to work for them?
I actually just waved to one of the wives of the owners of Austin Beer Works who's here. Tap room.
So we get here, meet him here, and what brewery was already?
Pine House Pizza.
Yeah, Pine House is in the house, drinking down.
Like 8 other brewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good friends of ours. Yeah, the camaraderie down here in Austin is really great. Yeah, Pint House. If you haven't heard of their beer, you should. If you haven't had it, please go get it when you can here. They have like 4 locations, about to have 5 in Central Texas.
It's great.
Really great beer. And yeah, they're coming here, and then Austin Beer Works is hanging out, I guess, apparently. And anyway, we enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
That's great.
We
That's great.
We know that story in Jersey, right?
We definitely do. Very, very big camaraderie in Jersey. We all are. We're always at everybody else's brewery.
I love
probably more than our own. So, but that's I say that tongue in cheek, but that's the way it is, and it's awesome, and I love it. I love this industry. I love everything about it. Well, maybe not everything about it, but most things about it. But
it's funny because every brewery that I've been here, they ask me where I've been, and then they tell me where to go. Not like most people tell me where to go.
There's a lot of people that tell you where to go.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Not here.
But not here. No, a lot of people told me to come here.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling him, and John, you know this as well, when I started doing research and reaching out to people who knew the beer scene here. Yeah, you've got the 2 big breweries everybody knows, Jester King and Live Oak.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows them.
Yeah, big guys. Great
people. And it's funny, to this, Chip seemed confused when I said that to him. He's like, really? You know that Live Oak? Well, everyone does.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
he goes, outside the beer nerds? Like, well, maybe not outside the beer nerds, but right in that same breath, maybe on the XL, was St. Elmo.
St. Elmo.
Everybody asked about it. My brother's been here. When I asked Debbie Serta, she was, you got to get there. Alacron, Tony. He was like,
yes,
you got to get. He knows Tony. He knows Tony
Drury.
Tony Drury.
I tell him.
I think in the encyclopedia under the term shotgunning a beer, there's a picture of Tony. So
there is. That's right.
There is. So,
especially if you can do it with your fingernail.
Especially if you can open the beer with your fingernail and yeah. Just hand him a can, he's good to go.
He taught me how a long time ago.
There you go.
So, yeah,
I mean, if you got it.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go.
Opa! Did you hear that?
I heard it. All right. So you were working for Austin Beer Works, and at what point did you decide? All right, it's time to do this for myself.
Sure. I was there for the better part of 4 years. From starting as like the keg grunt can line guy all the way through to their like head brewer, and loved every minute of it. Still love those guys. We hang out a lot. But yeah, like midway through, honestly, kind of the whole time I was like wanting to learn just everything that I could. It was a sponge, wildly curious, and wanted to figure out how all the pieces of the puzzle go together with the equipment.
Sure.
To make beer and make a story and then put on fun events and then after a couple years I was like, oh, okay, I conceptually get this, and then I started to realize South Austin, where I lived at the time, didn't have a whole lot of options. The ABGB didn't exist yet at that time. Pine House didn't have any locations down here. There weren't really many breweries in this side of town. And I think one of my favorite things about breweries is how they can act like a restaurant, like a neighborhood pub, and they can bring people together in the third space and make beer for the people around them, not these like massive giant factories that make beer for a whole country or world. And so it's like, hey, let's do this, and found a spot here and kind of just dove in.
Now let's talk about here.
Sure.
This area right here is called the Yard. And John, if I were to take the camera outside and just shoot straight down this way,
right?
Because the anchor on one end, with a couple of restaurants, right?
Yep.
The burger,
Spicy Boys, fried chicken, and Patty Palace, smash burgers.
But then it's St. Elmo, and when you shoot down that direction and you look, you got Still Austin. There's a sake joint down there, a couple of beer halls, Vacancy down at the end.
Vagrancy.
I like that one.
It pissed me off.
A Vacancy down the end. So, were you the first establishment in the Yard?
We were.
Okay, so the Yard was built around you guys.
I would say more or less, not around us. We were the first one that was open, but Still Austin, Spokesman, which is a coffee roastery, and the Austin Winery. The four of us, it's an urban winery. The four of us all opened within like 8 months of each other.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So we were the first one. We started a little bit earlier. The distillery is pretty massive. Still Austin. If you haven't had their bourbon, you can get it throughout Texas. It's really wonderful.
When we're done here and I've had some spicy boys, I'm probably gonna wander in. Yeah.
Good nightcap, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, great stuff. Anyway, so I was spokesman and Austin Winery. We also opened about the same time, with the vision of creating this district here, and it's gone really well, man. It's been a fun ride. It started as it was all like auto potty paint shops and drywall, whatever. And this place was a junkyard. It was like floor to ceiling trashing here that we all cleared out ourselves. Stripped the whole building down to literally nothing but metal and concrete, and then built it all back into the brewery. And so, and all of the other businesses did basically the same thing. So it was kind of like, using, polishing some turds here to turn the yard into what it is.
It's amazing. It really is. And that's got to have some history behind it.
Man. I actually haven't talked to too many people about that. That's our logo.
Amazing.
That's our logo.
You see the flag back there?
St. Elmo. That's St. Elmo. That is literally the first edition of the St. Elmo flag, our logo ever. Our designers who really helped create the business and the artwork and the brand with us. They, at our first branding meeting ever, when we decided on the logo, like on the digital screen, they painted this for me and my business partner at the time as like the first edition of it. They hand painted it off a projector and they handed it to us. And yeah, that's the first edition of our logo ever. And it hangs above the brew house. So I'm very.
That has seen some shit.
That's more than 10 years old at this point. And
Now, speaking of that, to the yard. When I went to the website, some of the media, one of the things that really stood out, because we talk about community and how beers work in communities like Storm pushed through here and took the whole town down.
Probably 2021, the ice storm.
Yeah. You guys were instrumental in helping people. Was it
How did you hear about that?
It's on there's a link to the article on your website.
On our website or their website?
On media. If you go into media in there, it's in there.
Okay.
And I was reading that and this is fascinating because this is what you look through
That's
history.
a crazy story. So in Texas, it's usually hot, which a lot
like today.
No.
Well, for some of the Northeast, it was over.
It is not hot today.
What was it today?
It hit 90 today.
It's hot.
That's hot for us.
It's not. For us, that is not hot.
3 digits is hot for them.
It actually hit 90 here on Saturday, Dave. By the way, just want to let you know.
And so we're not used to cold, and none of our infrastructure is used to cold. And in 2021, we had this pretty wild storm in February of that year. I don't remember the dates exactly, but it was like early to mid February, where we had like 4 or 5 days in a row where it was in the teens, and we had a ton of snow, and we went sledding down hills in my neighborhood, which is the thing you do not do in Texas.
You have sleds?
And no, on
cardboard?
Well, yeah, tires and shit, right? And so parts of it were fun. My kids had a blast. But everybody's pipes in the whole town burst. All of the power lines, because we have above ground power lines everywhere, all broke. And there were hundreds of thousands of people that didn't have water and that didn't have power and they didn't have heat for weeks on end. And the majority of the city, for at least 3 or 4 days, no one had clean water at all. Spare a few exceptions. And so one of those exceptions was our brewery that happens to be on the same power grid as a hospital that's down the street. And so they are able to, that's a priority for them, right? People in the hospital, you're not power, all those people die, right? So that's pretty serious. So we're on that power grid. We had power that night. Again, it's in here for us, this is serious stuff. It's 10 degrees. All the pipes are bursting. Me and the plumbers are fixing the pipes out front so that we can have water here because we do have electricity and then can make heat. And so, but everybody else doesn't have clean drinking water. So everybody knows this. We put it out on social media. Hey, we do have water and I can boil it. And none of the water coming through the pipes is clean because the whole system is down and all the water is dirty. So we can boil it and hand it out to people. Right, exactly. So we're in the kettle, right? So we came up with a system. So we use our kettle and our HLT and cold liquor tank, and through a system to basically boil and cast out, and boil and cast out, and basically clean water as quickly as we can. And we handed out water to people, to restaurants and other businesses so they could open, and then to people for a few days. And the first day we had like 1,000 people show up. And we had people line up for a quarter mile down the street.
That's one of the pictures I saw.
There were
your hand in water.
There was a woman that came here with a baby that was like 6 days old, and she said that I don't have enough water to drink in my house so that I can like make breast milk for my family. And there were like people who came here that like didn't have water, and they're like dehydrated, that like have like all these medicines they need to take, and they're like, this woman's like, my dad's gonna have this heart attack, or because he can't take any of his medicine because they didn't have any water. Like it was like wildly intense. And we're just sitting here like pumping out water as quickly as we can, kind of turned into a water treatment plant for people. And we handed out water for like 12 hours that day. And we did it the next day. We did it for like 3 days in a row. And then slowly but surely, the city's systems all got back. But yeah, that was an intense few days for sure.
Yeah, I read through that article. It's like, again, it's the stories we love to hear is how breweries are such a part of the community.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a give and take between the community and the breweries themselves. The breweries give, they give back. We've seen so many breweries that have like so many charity events.
Yeah.
In the tap room, dog adoptions.
Yeah, right.
In the tap room.
Fundraisers for all the nonprofits. We do a lot of those things here. That's one of the things I really love about being in the brewing industry is that we're a third space, and where people have their home, right, and then they have their work, and then there's the third space, and less people go to church, and not to be sacrilegious or anything, but right, like breweries and other spaces like breweries, but the community centers or whatever, are turning in that third space that people used to turn to in the church to come together and have camaraderie and love and have a good time and support each other when things get really bad.
Yeah, that's you're describing what Europe used to be like in the 16th, 15th century, where the brewery was the center of the town.
Right.
And it's where everybody met. And yeah, I noticed that whole thing about so when I planned the trip, I didn't realize it was going to be Easter while we're here. So I'm thinking, okay, everything's going to be might be closed. Maybe we can get some food, cook it at the Airbnb. And then I started looking around and everything. Not only is everything open, everyone's got specials going on for Easter. So we spent Easter at Vista Brewing.
Yeah.
And then at Jester King. So I think it was Easter for us was beer and goats.
Yes, there you go.
Had to have that goats.
Love it. Jester King rules, man. That place is cool.
Oh, they go to Vista too.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, right. I mean, they're not far.
Yeah, so we had
Easter egg hunts at both spots.
Did
Yep. Yeah,
what's in the Easter egg?
Mainly candy for kids. We're very family friendly. We have playscapes for kids at both locations for St. Elmo. And then we definitely do some beer tokens, drink tokens for mom and dad, so that everybody wins.
It was I think it was a monastery brewery that was in Belgium that they actually hid some of their on the grounds.
Love it
as an Easter egg hunt. That's great. Johnny, you go into a second.
I am into a second. Did you guys pour a second?
A second, I can go get one.
Yeah. What do you want to do next?
Let's see. Let me surprise you. I'll be right back.
Surprise me. So he's gonna go grab a second. What are you drinking there, John?
My second one, I'll throw it up, is called Hungry Ghost. It is a 5.5% amber lager from Dead Language Beer Project, not Peer Project. Let's fix that. That's Beer Project. No, that was definitely spell correct, autocorrect. So let's try that again. There we go. Beer Project, Dead Language Beer Project in Hartford, Connecticut. So this one, kudos to Matt Potensky. Kudos to Matt Potensky. He was up there a few weeks ago, brought me back a can, and I haven't tasted it yet. So I poured it, and cheers.
Well, cheers. Well,
I just wanted to taste it. Oh, very good. Ooh, very tasty.
It's funny because more and more ambers that are being brewed nowadays, they're getting more flavor into it. They're not a lot of people will go to a brewery who are used to their IPAs, and then now they're getting into their lagers, and they go to brew these amber, and they're like an amber. But ambers are starting to get tastier and tastier.
They are.
People are learning how to brew these things better.
They are definitely. This is definitely a very tasty amber lager. I love a good amber lager. I'm sorry, I really do.
No, when it's got the good flavor to it, absolutely.
Exactly. Got a comment here from Brian Boak. He just said, grilling a flank steak and having an English mild. Brian, is that one of your milds, or is that a Tavor mild?
Well, we'll find out.
We'll find out.
Oh, okay. All right, it's back. St. Elmo Amber, American Amber Lager. I did not.
Yes,
Put it back up there again.
Put it back up. Yes, I'm drinking it's Hungry Ghost. It's a 5.5% amber lager from Dead Language Beer Project in Hartford, Connecticut.
Wow. You must have heard from over there. You got great ears.
Cheers.
No, not anymore.
There you go. And Brian just commented he is drinking. It's his own. It's the Boak's English mild. There you go. And whatchamacallit. And then Wanderback Beerworks said no fried potatoes with that steak, Brian.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
You know, without even knowing. Interesting. That you say that.
Yeah.
Stick around for the top three later. There you go.
Yeah, seriously.
We were talking about while you were over there that it used to be that the
amber with the Y.
No, he was talking about our commenter.
Bryan Boak, the other guy. He's another. He used to brew. He still brews, but he used to have a brewery in New Jersey. He had the brewery since growth, but he still brews his beers.
Okay.
And if you lecture it well enough, you get to taste them every now and then, especially at tailgates.
All right.
Yeah, he's got one of the biggest tailgates going in New Jersey.
He does.
Oh, your Giants games?
At the Giants games. Yeah.
At the Giants games, yes.
Well, he's a Houston fan, so
that's fine.
Yeah, so we don't.
That's fine.
We don't have to dance around that. But we're talking about it. When you go back to like breweries about 10 years ago, you look up there, you go amber, and you skip it.
Yeah.
Right. Nowadays, people are starting to brew tasty damn ambers now, because you're getting. I think we're getting better malts, or we're learning the style better. What's going on? Why is it so damn tasty, Brian?
Ooh, great question. I think I don't think the malt is better. I mean, the maltsters would probably be pissed that I said that, but I think that the malt is relatively consistent over the last 20. But I think people are more intentional about every little part of the brewing process. So I really think that every beer that in general that you're making, you're getting, is going to incrementally get better all the time, whether it's this style or another. I think that the reason that you're seeing a resurgence in amber lager, at least I can speak for our team, is that it wasn't 10 years ago, but probably 20 years ago, Boston Lager, Brooklyn Lager, Yingling, there Fat Tire, even you can get into ales. Amber lager, amber beer was what turned a lot of us onto the craft beer movement.
Definitely, ambers were definitely gateway, 100% a gateway.
Right, exactly. It was the gateway. So for us, it was Shiner Bock in Texas.
Sure.
Which is still really popular. It was like, it just got people. It was this approachable thing that was a little bit different, like a little sweeter, a little fuller, but still like crisp. That got people to drink something different than Budweiser or Coors or whatever, right? And that's like was our initial love, and then we went into then double IPA and Imperial Stout and all these crazy hazies and all this other shit. And now it's like, kind of revisiting the classics. And this is our revisiting the classics in an ode to the beers that we fell in love with and why we do craft beer, which is one of those is amber lager.
I just did something with an amber lager I don't think I've ever done with an amber lager before. I just switched it around in my mouth just to get all that flavor out of it. And
there you go.
I've done that with a few other styles. I've never done that.
You know a lot of the styles, not that, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of caramel.
That's fantastic.
So Wanderback Beer Works. I'm assuming.
Show them that filter action.
That's very nice.
Right?
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. So Wanderback Beer Works. I'm assuming it's Chris. Brian just commented. Yes, fried potato cubes and corn. He said. There you go. That's what he's making with the flank steak. So.
With the flank steak.
Which like
I'm not sure
which
when I get back to Jersey. I don't think I'm going to eat beef for like 3 months when I get back.
yeah, you probably won't. Yeah. It's probably maybe a week, and then you'll be good to go.
Texas beef.
And
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my first taste of beef outside of the state and go, yeah, this sucks. We'll see. Man.
Depends on where you go, but I hear you definitely. Bryan, you mentioned you're a Texans fan.
Yes, sir.
So you're Texans. I just watched a movie last night with one of your former running backs in it.
Which one?
Arian Foster.
Oh, Arian Foster, the vegan. Yeah, dude, love Arian Foster.
What movie was he in?
He was in Draft Day.
He was in what?
Draft Day. With Kevin Costner.
I don't know that movie.
It was the Kevin Costner was the
Really?
Kevin Costner was the Browns GM, and it was the whole single day of the whole movie was that day.
Oh, Browns. See, so all my family it's Texans and then Browns for me.
Well, there you go.
My whole family is from the Cleveland area, and I've actually been to more Browns games than Texans.
Oh wow!
And so
I have
picking winners over here.
Yeah,
there you go. Well, I haven't been to Houston. Obviously, I haven't been to that stadium, but I've been up to Cleveland to First Energy Field. That's a pretty cool stadium. So
it is.
It is. And,
yes.
and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is almost right next door, so it's a block and a half away. So
it is. Yep.
Short walk. Bratwurst at the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, all right. So, talk about some of the beers you brew. Obviously, you had you guys had Carl before. What's this one? What's the amber called?
Amber.
Yep, Amber. Yeah, St. Elmo Amber Lager.
Just St. Elmo Amber. Okay.
I think to date it's been about 300 unique beers since we've opened. The brewery's about 8.5 years old. We'll be 9 in December. And so while Carl is, Kolsch is our flagship, we love all types of beer. And we brew all types of beer, a lot of lager beer, a lot of, German, Czech, American Pilsner.
Nice.
We brew a lot of kettle sour, fruited kettle sour, where we ferment, it's kettle sour. So we do 2 fermentations, one with yogurt culture that makes the, lactic acid bacteria.
Right.
And then usually our Kolsch yeast. And we have, I guess right now we have Penelope on the passion fruit sour, Chuck Berry, the mixed berry sour, rosa raspberry sour. Coming up in a month or so is Vincent Van Gogh with the mango sour.
I like that.
Yeah,
Vincent Van Gogh.
Vincent Mango.
Vincent Mango. There you go.
Yes. So, and then a lot of traditional styles too, English beers, and we really like to brew it all. At this point, handed that over to our brewing team, and they make a lot of. We have a really good dark Czech lager on called Milo.
Oh wow!
I will be drinking that before I leave.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah,
I'm sure you will. So if I could place an order for a Kolsch and a dark lager, then that would be good. So.
And how we jumped off right on time, the head brewer was right over here.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So we just missed the head brewer.
Just missed him.
What's the head brewer's name?
Bob Beretta.
So he was just here.
Yeah, brewer Bob. Yeah, he does wonderful work.
I hope so, because it's wonderful beer.
Yeah. Hell of a brewer.
Proofs in the beer glass.
That's awesome. That's
So
awesome.
It was one of the breweries out there were talking about how every particular type of grain that you can use to brew beer is grown in Texas.
Say it again.
He said almost every grain that you can make
Grain.
Okay, to make beer you can find in Texas. Do you source your grain from Texas, or I see the Wireman sticker, so yes, something comes from Jersey.
Mm-hmm. You can grow barley and grain and then malt it in Texas. It is not the ideal place to do that. I'm not a malter, climate-wise, yes. Barley grows best in healthiest in northern climates, Idaho and Canada and places like that. So we source for Carl and a lot of our lager beer, we really do use Wireman or Best malts or Continental malt. For those styles and for what that malt does, we really haven't found North American varieties that do it the same.
Nice.
And we've tried, but at the same time, we've used Gambrinus with a lot of success, and we've used Breeze and a few others for some of our IPAs and pale ales and other beers. So we use a blend of both of them, but predominantly use European malt.
Okay. Yeah, I think that same person also said, though, that the hops here
In Texas?
Yeah,
not where you grew up.
I probably won't restate what he said about the hops.
Yeah, I mean,
It's the climate. It's the climate. It's the soil. I mean, everything has a terroir.
And the
Everything's
soil.
different. You want to, the soil's. There's a lot of important. All right, I think we just lost their feed, so it might be the Wi-Fi. It might be maybe they were just bored of listening to me talk for the first time in 20 minutes. But no, it's all good. A lot of good information from this guy Bryan Winslow from St. Elmo Brewing. I'm assuming they'll be back momentarily, but I will keep talking for a moment, and hopefully they do come back. But awesome. If you look, we have people watching down in Texas. Anybody on the Austin Craft Beer Group that's watching, or any of the Texas groups, I'm assuming you know about St. Elmo. So if you do and you've been, kudos. If you haven't, get over there. And if you don't know about it, now you do. Get over there. I can't speak firsthand how good the beer is, but Samurai isn't one to blow smoke undeservingly, if you will. So the beer he's had so far, and of course that Kolsch that he started with, Carl, I think it's called Carl Winslow. Carl, I don't know if he got my joke, or my reference to the Chicago Winslows. Obviously, Carl Winslow being from Family Matters, but in any event, I'll ask him that before we're done, assuming they come back. But regardless of that. He just texted, give us a sec. Whatchamacallit. He regardless of that, the Kolsch and the amber that they're drinking right now. I see Dave's eyes, and I could tell that he's really liking what he's drinking. So if you've been and kudos again. And if you haven't been, here we go. And they're back. Are you back? Can you hear me? He's back on the screen, folks, but I don't know if he can hear me because I can't. Oh, there we go. Can you hear me?
Okay. What?
I guess you can. There you go. So what happened there?
We learned something very, very, very important about extension cords.
When they get kicked and they get pulled out.
No, both ends need to be plugged in.
Oh, so your battery went.
Computer's plugged in, the other end was, and so the battery just kicked off for a little bit. So Brian's taking the opportunity to
use the facility,
make more room for beer.
There you go. What was that? The Wonderback boys said? They call it a bio break or something like that, or bio break.
Yeah.
Bio break.
So,
there you go.
While he's doing that, we yammer on about. There he is.
Hey, he's back. There we go.
We're back.
Right.
We got power.
We got power. There you go.
Less about extension cords.
Yes. You got to plug the other end in.
You got to plug both ends in. There you go. Cool.
We're always offering amazing wisdom here on this show.
Yes. If you want to learn something, tune in every week. That is for sure.
We're educational.
Very educational. If we're nothing, if we're not educational. That's for
I love
sure.
how this is frozen. That's awful.
You look great.
What's off? What's frozen? What's frozen?
So what we were talking about Texas hops and how probably
Texas hops. Yeah, everything is. Yeah, it's the it's a soil and a climate. You need that to,
put it to terroir,
Right. Yeah. Just in the same instance that you're not going to find a vast selection of really great barbecue in Idaho. So.
No, Citizen 33's got some really damn good food, and they had.
I said a vast selection of really great barbecue. I didn't say you won't find any. I said a big selection of really great barbecue.
And just a word in for Citizen 33.
Banana farm in Idaho maybe is a better analogy.
It's probably
You won't find it. There you go. That's more apples and apples. Yeah.
Orange Grove in Minnesota.
probably not.
Probably not.
Fair enough.
But can they grow barley? Yes, they can.
They can grow barley. And Jersey
There you go.
can actually grow cranberries and blueberries. But you're probably not going to find a pineapple plantation there.
Probably not.
No. We don't have no pineapple plantations, do we?
We don't have any pineapple plantations. No, we have.
Okay,
We grow. We grow in New Jersey. We grow apples, blueberries, and cranberries. So there you go.
Yes, and peaches.
And some
They're not
peaches.
good.
They're not great, but we do grow them. We attempt. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
We do good peaches too.
Georgia's got
We have good peaches. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Fredericksburg. Yeah, that way. But yeah.
Samurai.
What?
You might want to go to your audio settings on Restream because I'm hearing me echo back to me. So,
Okay.
one of those.
Hearing you once is enough without us hearing you
Exactly.
twice.
It's so it's
Echo
got to be one of the
cancellation.
settings. Noise cancellation, yeah.
Echo cancellation. Sorry.
Turn it off. Turn it on again.
It's on.
Well, no, because it wasn't happening earlier. It's just happening now.
So we'll do a toggle. You're saying do the toggle.
That's
Okay.
exactly right. Yes. How's that?
Is that any better?
How is that? That's good.
Okay,
No, it's
so we
not.
said that.
I'm back.
Okay. Anyway, so we're done talking about Texas hops. What's next on the list, John? What do you got?
I'm still drinking my. My amber.
What question do you have?
I was joking. I said, so now you mentioned your beers you brew. Did you mention like in New Jersey, in a lot of other states, obviously, like keep the lights on beer or IPAs, especially in the Northeast. We're doing New England's and stuff like that. How many IPAs? Like, is that still a thing? Like in Texas, you're brewing a vast quantity of different IPAs as well as all the other styles, or do you only zero in on a couple?
Oh, yeah, we brew a lot of different IPA. Yes, I think IPA and lager, though, compared to other regions, are pretty equal here. So we'll probably do an equal variety of lager and IPA. But yes, whether it's multiple different types of West Coast, classic American, we don't really do English anymore. Nobody wants those. And lots of hazy IPA.
Nice. Very nice. So you do a lot of. Sorry, I'm eating a pretzel. I'm drinking an amber lager. I need a pretzel. So,
good combo. Yeah. So yeah, we brew. Brew a lot of hazy IPA. And honestly, in Texas, though, I think West Coast is a really good fit. It's so hot, and something that's dry, crisp, refreshing. But also, when you want something assertive and bitter like an IPA, West Coast definitely tend to be pretty popular here.
Oh, absolutely. No. And I love the fact that they're, for somebody to tell me that, and I've heard this a number of times from younger craft beer drinkers, of course, but, that old-fashioned style West Coast IPA is making a comeback. I'm like, old-fashioned style of West Coast IPA, So, it's certainly not old by any means, because I'm not old by any means, and it's not.
The younger drinkers.
Of course.
In Jersey and other places, we've seen a dip in craft beer sales because the younger drinkers aren't drinking as much as our generations. Sure. We've seen that here as well.
Definitely. Yeah. And they're drinking less alcohol in general. Younger generations.
Weed's legal-ish here.
Yeah, I think there's a variety of reasons. I think that they're intoxicated less in general, and they're doing it in different ways. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're significantly less social in person.
Yeah.
They are scratching their social serotonin switch with their phone. and they have sex less, they drive less, they drink less, they party less, and because they are consuming the world digitally.
They're doom scrolling every day, and that's their life.
Sure, and I also consume Instagram quite a bit, or whatever. But that was the world that they were born into, whereas I transitioned from it, from a childhood that it did not exist at all, to one that's all they've had. So so they're doing all these things less, which means that we all drink more, again, for a variety of reasons, but one, because we all are programmed to want to be together with other people in person and put the screen down, and
then there's kids,
right? So I don't know. I mean, that's my 2 cents on it. Another thing is that they drink less alcohol, but they really want a variety. So at both of our locations, it was the original location when we opened, we had 5 beers, we had pour over coffee, sparkling water, and that was it. We didn't have soda or wine or cider or seltzer or liquor or anything else. It was literally our beer and water and coffee, take it or leave it. And now we have since evolved over the last 8-9 years to have frozen drinks and cocktails and wine and cider and lots of other options.
I wish we could do that in Jersey.
The entire public, but definitely the younger public, they want to have 3 different types or 4 different types of drinks throughout the night. Whereas older generations are I'm an IPA guy. I am a Dunkel guy. I am a whatever. So I'm going to go have 4 Dunkels. But they aren't like that. They're not going to go have 4 of the same cocktail. They're going to have literally a different thing every single time because they have had variety at their fingertips for their entire life. Whereas if you look at the variety of choices that existed years ago, 40 years ago, was just a fraction of what exists now. And so they take advantage of it, which is really fun for us. We have a full coffee menu at the new brewery, and we make all different types of beers and drinks and cider and everything. So
where is
the new? So we're in South Austin, South Central Austin. The new brewery is in Northeast Austin, about 12 miles that way.
Okay. And how long's that been open?
About 7 months.
7 months?
Yeah.
So that must have been a little scary with things starting to dip in the craft beer world, opening a second location.
Sure. Yeah, totally. Yeah, it was not ideal.
And so this is something we hear a lot. I'm sure John was probably going to get there, probably just going to be into it, is the pandemic.
Yeah.
Bryan just said, before you move on to that, Bryan just said the ADD generation, he said.
Yeah, that's about right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
The pandemic affect you guys?
Mm-hmm.
So in Jersey, the breweries became essential.
Mm-hmm.
They were allowed home delivery. They could do that. And they had to, of course, take a lot of the head sales, transfer into cans. So those who had canning lines made that like gangbusters because they could can, deliver. How did that play out here?
It was really hard. So before the pandemic, we sold 99.5% of all of our beer in draft. Okay. We had a crowler machine. We sold growlers and crowlers out of the tap room.
Mm-hmm.
At basically almost a non-existent amount. No, that's a bottle filler.
Oh, that's a bottle filler.
Yeah. So the pandemic hits, and again, and either we did do distribution, so it was either at the brewery here, in the bars and restaurants. We were, again, 99.5%, it was almost 100% draft beer. That was our whole business. And so we had to pivot pretty quickly. We just sold crowlers and growlers, in March, April, May of 2020, which honestly, it's legitimately hard to remember. It was so hard and stressful and chaotic that I legitimately have blacked a lot of it out. Seriously, it was, and I had a young kid at home, and all of us were doing really stressful things. Anyway, we recognized pretty quickly, look, this is a vulnerability. This is a do or die. So we got a can machine that could do 16-ounce cans, or the 211, a normal size can. You do 12 and 16s of those. So that was a big help, because the crowlers, the 32-ounce crowlers that some of us know or whatever, those sold out within like 5 weeks, and they were basically non-existent. And
so you couldn't find the cans.
We couldn't even find the cans that we needed to sell. So we needed to get a different machine so that we could buy the cans that were available. So we did that. And then from there, slowly got different machines to make more cans and grow that side of the business. Draft beer eventually started to come back, but is nowhere near where it was before. People don't consume draft beer like they used to. They're back to a new normal, but if I had to guess, I mean, it's probably 70% of what it was.
I'll say Carl is on in so many places where we've been. Mm-hmm. Any place we were that wasn't a brewery, Carl was on. Mm-hmm. Where we stayed, there was a convenience store down off the parking lot of where we stayed. And you guys are on tap there.
Hell yeah.
And so we stayed up in the east side. Mm-hmm. And we moved down to Hill Country now, and I missed the Quickie Picky. Yeah, that place is great.
Quickie Picky rules.
Oh yeah, if you ever get to Austin, you got to go to the Quickie Picky. It's more than a convenience.
What is
store.
it?
It's called the Quickie Picky. It's
Quickie Picky.
Store that has draft beer, and yeah, it's tight.
It is one of the greatest uses of space I've ever seen on this planet.
A whole lot in a little bit.
Oh my God, this place is fantastic. Their bacon breakfast tacos are filling.
Bacon breakfast tacos. Dave. I'm gonna need 2 of those with the beer.
Well, here's the thing.
Breakfast tacos in Austin is a way of life. That's for sure.
What he just said. I was not prepared for that. That did not come up in my research, because one of the section of Jersey I live in, we can get great tacos because it is like the Hispanic section of New Jersey where I live. Mm-hmm. So Mexicans, Cubans, sure. you name it. Sure. So we can get great tacos there. We actually were in San Antonio and had some Al Pastor. And we're like,
that's my favorite type of taco.
But we're like, better Al Pastor around the corner from us.
Sure, actually. Totally. Yeah.
However, we don't do breakfast tacos in Jersey. You don't see them.
I grew up.
That needs to be fixed
in the Houston area. So it was like 3 hours from here. In Texas, 3.5 hours from here is close. Just for reference.
Oh, hell yeah.
But in Houston, and we didn't have breakfast tacos there really. Yeah. But it's very much a Central Texas thing. And now, like, it's more of it. That was 30, 40 years ago. But still, like, it was an Austin thing. And yeah, get that bacon, egg, and cheese, man.
Oh God, that was such a good taco.
Yeah.
Good. They did theirs in the flour shell. I think most of the breakfast tacos.
Mostly flour.
Flour.
You can get corn, but yeah.
You can get corn.
They fall apart.
And another place that was fantastic, Granny's Tacos. We could walk to Granny's. It was a trailer first, and now they've got a brick and mortar.
Sure.
And more people need to know about Granny's.
All right.
It's I think it's on 7th.
Okay.
It's on 7th. You got to get the Granny's tacos. You do tell Jose the couple from Jersey.
All right.
We talked to him for quite a while. He's a good kid. But yeah, breakfast tacos. We need to tell people in Jersey to start making breakfast tacos.
Oh, we're gonna have to work on that. I'm right there with you. That can be a mission of this podcast to start getting breakfast tacos done.
There we go. We've got a new mission.
There you go. All right. Anything coming down the line as far as new beers on the horizon for you guys? Stuff you haven't done yet that you have in the brew schedule?
Oh man, well I'll just look around the room. I mean, we have was just transferred to lager vessel Easy, beer called Easy. It's a collaboration beer with it's a bar and a bakery in town called Easy Tiger.
Nice.
It's a Helles style lager that we do with them every year. Traditional Munich style Helles lager, really lovely. We'll probably give it 6 to 8 weeks and then filter it into all its glory. Vaughn German Pils is in that one. That was our first lager, Vaughn. That's like a Texas style German Pils. So German Pils is a dry, slightly hop forward lager beer. And in Texas, we give it a little bit extra hops, a little bit extra bitterness, and a little bit extra dry. So that's Vaughn. Kind of falls in the heritage of other Texas German Pils like Pearl Snap or Hans. And if you've had,
I've got a Hans for you, John.
yeah, you got to try Hans. Tony Drury's favorite.
Well, he gave me two. That's where I
There
got
you
him
go.
from. He gave me two Hans.
There you
That's
go.
Real Ale. Real Ale just had their 26th anniversary.
Yeah.
So you said in the style of Hans. And,
Right, which is it's just like an extremely assertive, dry, very bitter hop forward German pills. So,
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We also have Vincent Mango, a mango sour that I mentioned, and let's see, what else do we have coming up? We do a beer called Jan. It's a German IPA.
Nice.
We call it, which is like a made-up style.
Spell that, please.
Jan, Jan.
Okay, thank God. Because it sounded like because in Philadelphia there's this thing called Jan, YAWN. I wouldn't expect
That's John. That's not Jan. That's John.
JAW. I got the W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Jan, J or Jan, and
German.
it's like using like a lot of new school German hops, like Mandarin Bavaria, Hallertau, Blanc, Huelmelin, and like Saphir and some other like noble varieties, and then like really making a strong 6.5% beer, dry hopping it, significantly more than a German would. It's like American kind of like West Coast brewing ideas for an IPA with German ingredients.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And I look around. The next question I think I just answered. I'm looking around. You don't have room to decoct, right?
We do not have room to decoct.
Yeah.
We can do step mashes, and we're, for the most part, we're single infusion boys and girls.
Yeah, you have like how many vessels do you have over here? 7?
So we have let's see, 7,
Oh,
and then
because that's
we have 9. And actually, so we used to have 2 more here and another here that I just moved to the other brewery because we're kind of shifting production. That's our like production distribution wholesale
brewery space there.
And then this is even more room for activities.
Bryan, how big is the brew house there?
15-barrel pub system from Premier Stainless.
Gotcha. And how big's the brew house at the new location?
Also, Premier Stainless is a 20-barrel 3-vessel.
20-barrel 3-vessel. Cool. Nice.
Yeah, so we can do 60 or so barrels a day.
Very nice. Very nice.
What's the breadth of your distro?
Austin.
Just Austin.
Yeah. Yeah, we're at 3,000 to 4,000 barrels
That's
a year.
still a large space, by the way.
In Austin. Yep. Yeah, we self-distribute in Texas. We're allowed to self-distribute, which we very proudly do. And so we have 4 trucks and a really great team of sales reps and drivers that move our beer around town to all our about 350 accounts in Austin.
Very nice.
Pretty damn big.
Yeah, I mean, 2 million plus people in the greater Austin area.
Sure.
But it's spread out.
Yes.
We've driven from one end to the other at this point, I think. Because we were up at Hop Squad and up in that area.
Yeah, and then all the way down to Dripping Springs. So yeah, north all the way through south. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been through a bunch of it here.
Yep.
Very nice.
So we've got some great beer while we're here, and some really good stuff, John.
Some really good stuff. I got to get there. I'm gonna throw up a couple of the comments. Brian Boak just said his second beer is Church Street Hellas Lager.
What is it? Every time we say a beer, someone drinks it. That's style.
Exactly. And he also said that he's going to draft night at Giant Stadium Thursday night to watch the draft. He's going to the draft party at Giant Stadium.
Be prepared to be disappointed again.
I'm not. No. That's not happening. That's not happening.
It's what we do. You know that. At any rate.
We're not Jets fans, Dave. Come on.
Oh, thank God for that.
I mean, we're not much better. We're not much better.
But how much better?
Exactly.
Anyway,
all right. So we'll pause that. Let's pause on St. Elmo for a minute. Actually, you know what? I got one other question. I meant to ask this earlier, but why St. Elmo?
We are on St. Elmo Road.
There you go.
So St. Elmo used to be a village about 130 years ago. I think it was founded south of Austin, eventually annexed into the city. Now, like the district and the road is known as St. Elmo.
Fair enough.
As fun as I usually look at that question, and the fact I didn't ask it is because I actually knew it, the answer, so I forgot to ask it. But they do have a up in their rafters. They do have a copy of St. Elmo's Fire soundtrack.
Yeah.
On vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a beautiful thing.
Well, there you go. That's well.
Well, Rob Lowe is one of our original investors as well.
There you go.
Is this a Carl Sagan thing again?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, I was going to make a Rob Lowe joke. By the way, Brian Boak just commented. He said, "John, you are still echoing."
There's nothing I can do about it.
There's nothing we can do about it. So yeah.
You think if you're playing, I'd echo. So I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. It's not me. It's coming through on. It's because of your speaker. You're using the speaker and you're using the mic on the laptop. So that's why it's coming.
We're adjacent to a room full of people drinking.
Yeah. So I mean, it's fine. Well,
but
no, I was just going to say, Rob Lowe.
Production, right?
That's two connections, Brian, that you have to Rob Lowe. One, obviously, Rob Lowe, trying to play saxophone or pretending to play saxophone in St. Elmo's Fire, and also he was a captain on the Austin Fire Department, right? In the show that just finished last year.
That's right. Forgot about that.
Didn't think about that. Totally. Yeah, we're basically best friends.
911 Lone Star. There you go. Well, that's probably why I did it, right? Because he's an original investor, like you said.
Like straight out of a burning house. It was crazy.
There you go.
I read that's on your website.
It is. It's a real thing that happened.
Yeah. Brian said it's not brutal. He said. And by the way, they go over there just to tailgate. Get a tailgate in April in is what they try to do. So
we've had some tailgates where the season's been so bad that you don't bother go to the stadium.
You didn't even go in. You just tailgate. Yeah.
Eat the food.
Well, there's a number of people that go to Brian's tailgate that don't go into the game. They bring TVs and they watch the game in the parking lot, and they reset up they keep the tailgate going while everybody's in watching the game, and then it resumes when they come out or when we come out. Yeah, so
you got to let all the coffee get out first. Sure.
Yes.
All right, let's pause on the beer talk.
Of course.
I'll be home later.
No. Most of us, we bring them with us so they know, and you keep them happy with the food and the beer as well. Otherwise, you're doing it wrong.
Exactly.
Family affair.
Yep.
It's a family affair. Exactly. All right, so let's pause on the beer stuff for a second. Let's do our top three. I'm ready for the top three. You guys ready for the top three?
Good.
Let's do our top three. Our top three list tonight.
Well, it's brought to us by Bryan Winslow. It was his idea, so
it was Brian. It was Brian's idea. So tonight's top three list is top three favorite fried potatoes. There we go.
That's right, fried potatoes. Why? Really, no reason, but the reason is it's a question I ask in every interview of anybody that works at St. Elmo. It's not your top three, but what is your favorite fried potato? It is, in asking an doing an interview and who's going to work here and work with us. You need to ask some questions that aren't job specific, that are icebreakers, that just, open people up a little bit, loosen them up, especially when it's going bad. I've had some interviews really turn a corner whenever they weren't going well because they were nervous or whatever. And then I asked them what their favorite fried potato was, and it really let their guard down. And then they opened up and answered the stupid question. And then we had a really good interview, and now they work here. So top three best fried potatoes. I will say number 3, I'm going to go with a little general, home cooked shredded hash browns. I think, it's in the morning, it's on a weekend, everyone's maybe a little hungover, and someone's like, I'm making hash browns and eggs and bacon and whatever aunt or uncle or cousin or brother is doing it, and then you have like good hash browns at home with coffee, stirring. I think that's just a really wonderful fried potato experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number 2, I'm going to go with Chick-fil-A's waffle fries.
Fantastic waffle fries.
I'm a sauce man. I love all types of sauce. I make a lot of hot sauce myself. And Chick-fil-A has like 8 or 10 different types of sauce. And those waffle fries are perfect for dipping and getting all different types of sauce.
What's your favorite sauce there? Or do you blend the sauce?
I'm a blender.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, you got it.
The buffalo and the ranch, pretty classic. or the ranch and the Chick-fil-A sauce, also wonderful. And then honestly, the fun thing is like once you start doing it, then they all kind of blend together a little bit with the buffalo or the barbecue or whatever. It's very fun. And the waffle fry is perfect for sauce because you get to scoop.
Yeah.
Number one.
You get to scoop, and they hold a lot more sauce in them too. So
you do. Yeah, exactly. Right. You get to enjoy the sauce rather than just like a little pinch. You get a glob. And then number one, might be unpopular.
That thunder?
Did you hear that?
Is that thunder? Thunder.
I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign about what I'm about to say. But McDonald's French fries.
Step over here.
McDonald's French fries are the best type of fried potato. They're amazing. You can have them anywhere. They all taste the same. They're salted. They're crispy. You can have one of them. It's awesome. You can grab 6 of them. Also awesome.
There you go.
You guys have an ice storm. The person who salts McDonald's fries, that's who you need out on the roads.
Yeah.
Salt those
There
roads.
you go. Right. Yeah. Salt it up.
That's what you need to do.
100%. 100%.
We're really good at it in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Really good at it. We get it all salted.
Good for the undercarriage of your car.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah. That's why
all the metal lasts long.
That's why we get new cars every 2 years.
Yeah. That's why undercoating is such a
and when I say new, I just mean different, not necessarily new, but that's besides the point.
Right, new to me.
You get a different one that's falling apart. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So, all right, Samurai, what are yours?
Well, I was going to throw McDonald's fries on there.
You can.
No, I'm going to leave it as an honorable mention. I can't argue. When it comes to fast food, what I really wish when it comes to the major chains, I wish that you get a Whopper with McDonald's fries. That for me would be perfect for the major chains.
Sure.
The major chains. Another honorable mention I'm going to throw out there are the scattered hash browns at Waffle House. Right, you got to get those. However you get them, chunked, capped, diced, covered, country. There's so many different ways to get it. But my number 3, John.
Yep.
Lockies.
Okay.
Potato pancakes. Little shaved onion in there.
Little bit of onion in there, yeah.
Right. Get some paprika on them just before you fry them, or just after you fry them. However you want to do it, get the paprika on there. Now, question. Sour cream or applesauce?
Sour cream.
Sour cream, John?
Sour cream.
Sour cream here.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people put applesauce on. I get it.
Sure.
It works. Fine.
I won't turn it down. If I get one and somebody's handing it to me and there's no others and it's got applesauce on it, I'm eating it. But yeah, I want the sour cream on it, yeah.
My number 2?
Poutine. Poutine.
You get those fries, and those fries have to be really good and crisp to stand up to all that gravy and the cheese curds and anything else they're going to throw on there. But I love poutine. John, poutine anywhere else is great. It's fine, but in Canada, that's where it comes from. That's where you
go to the source.
Yep, gotta go to the source.
100%.
But my number 1, I love tots. I don't care if they're loaded. I don't care whatever. I don't care if it's just give me a little dipping cup of ketchup. I'll put some pepper in that ketchup first, or pepper the hell out of the tots. I don't care if it's salt, pepper, ketchup. Salt, pepper, ketchup.
Salt, pepper, ketchup. There, yeah, SPK.
But tots my number 1. I think that is I think that's the top of the mountain for fried potatoes or tots.
I have to agree. All right.
Well, you're in luck, sir,
because I know that
Spicy Boys rip some tots.
Oh, I'm getting some tots after the show.
Yeah.
There you go.
Get some fried chicken and some tots.
Fried chicken.
There you go. I'll need some of that back here too, Dave. Bring some fried chicken and tots back. Anyway, all right. So mine, I got 2 quick. First of all, let me put this up because I've been drinking it for 5 minutes already. My third beer, another Matt Potensky bring back for me. It's Treehouse's 10th anniversary. It's an 8% double New England from Treehouse Brewing. And here, take a look at it. There you go. It's in proper glassware.
Oh, surprise! It's hazy.
And yeah, I was going to say, and in complete contrast to your beer, Brian, you can't see shit through this. So there you go.
How's that?
It's very, very good. It's very good. But a Treehouse Double New England IPA, very good. I mean, There's only one word to refer to that statement, and that would be duh.
Redundant.
Redundant, yeah. That works. So, all right, so my top three, I got two quick honorable mentions for you. First honorable mention is going to be well done crinkle cut bowling alley fries with ketchup.
Okay.
All right.
That's oddly specific, but okay.
Very.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 100% specific. That's why it's just an honorable mention. You know.
He's in a league that bowls Thursdays.
Absolutely, we bowl on Thursdays, but beyond that, I'm going all the way back to when I was a teenager, and you know, whenever the group would go bowling or whatever, that's what you got. You three frames into your first game, you were up at the snack bar ordering a big thing of fries. Well done.
They had fryers back in that when you were a teenager.
You're funny. You're older than me, so there you go. Anyway, not much, but older nonetheless. So. Anyway, and Bryan, Dave's birthday was just last week, so happy birthday to Dave on this.
5 days ago, yeah.
Yep, 5 days ago. And 6 days from now
will be John's birthday.
Will be my birthday. There you go. So,
yeah.
There you go, Sam.
After the wedding.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't. My daughter and son-in-law will be leaving on their honeymoon that morning. I don't expect a happy birthday phone call from them. So. Anyway,
not if he's doing it right.
Well, they're leaving then, so shut up, you sick bastard, you. Anyway, and my other honorable mention is you, and I didn't even have it on there, but I totally forgot to even put it on there. You mentioned poutine, disco fries, right? New Jersey's version of poutine, right? So no meat by any means, just.
Well, what is that? Let's play disco fries.
Disco fries are steak fries in a diner. You got to get them in a diner. You can get them anywhere, but you got to get them in a New Jersey diner, right? Okay. So plate of crispy steak fries. Has to be crispy.
It has to be steak fries, but yeah, it helps.
Right, smothered in mozzarella from Italian mozzarella and brown gravy.
Yeah. Okay.
Those two things don't necessarily go together, but they do on disco fries. So.
Okay, so it was first served at a place called the TikTok Diner. Okay. And if you remember, a couple weeks ago, Perry and I were at the TikTok, and I was having a pork roll, egg and cheese, and disco fries.
And disco fries, yeah. And if you believe my cousin Adam of the Spite and Dival story article fame, he actually coined the phrase disco fries and ordered them first before TikTok was a thing at the Pompton Queen Diner up on Route 23.
Which is one of my favorite diners in the whole state. Right. We are the diner capital of the world. Some of them are still at 24 hours. Much like Whataburger. All right. What?
There you go.
Whataburger. We have free frame while we're here. I've been trying to convince her that she has to try Whataburger.
Why? Yeah, go for it.
Because we've been shoving so much barbecue down.
Oh, sure. If you're gonna have to pick your beefs, then pick the smoked ones.
Yeah, that's sure. That was the whole point. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dave's used to having to pick his beefs, so
I pick a lot of beefs with people.
Exactly. So
you're number one.
No, those were my two honorable mentions. Here are my 3, 2, 1s.
Oh, so what's your 3? Let's do
it. So my number 3 is sweet potato curly fries, seasoned sweet potato curly fries.
La-ti-da. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I don't know. Now this is not something that I sought out. Right. This was made for me by my better half, Jessica. Right. And she's like, sweet potato fries are better for us than regular fries. So we got to do them. But she seasons them. They're fantastic.
Sure.
So there you go. That's my number 3. My number 2.
She listens to the show sometimes.
She does. 100%. Yeah.
She's got to say this. Yeah.
Anyway, no, but it's true though. Anyway, my number 2. Salt and vinegar boardwalk fries.
Oh, this is another Jersey thing, it sounds like.
100%.
It's very much a Jersey thing.
Salt and vinegar boardwalk fries. Is that like a chip?
No, it's a fry.
Okay.
It's a fry. Yeah. They're usually pretty they're thicker cut.
Okay.
Most of the time they're double cut. Most of the time they're close to the steak cut.
Okay.
Sometimes they're shoestring.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little extra skin around.
But it's so on a lot of the Jersey boardwalk, the bigger ones, there are stands that are just nothing but fries.
Shit. So it's a simple menu.
It's all they do is fries, and there's so many different, but there's much different ways you can get them, and salt and vinegar is one of them.
Sounds like I started the business.
Yeah.
We have beer and water. Come and take it.
There you go. Exactly.
We've got fries. What do you want?
Exactly. And my number one is very similar or the same, basically, as Dave's number one, and that would be loaded tots.
And I know where you like your loaded tots.
Are we doing like forks with this, right?
Oh, 100%. Oh, no, 100%. Gotta be
You're
forks.
gonna have to.
Yeah.
And my two favorite, I mean, can loaded tots anything, right? But my two favorite are bacon and cheddar with chipotle aioli. Those are amazing. And I just had a week and a half ago, I was out with my daughter to get married on Saturday. We were out by the venue, we were finishing a couple of things up, and we stopped. We got some lunch, and we ordered tachos.
Tachos.
Oh.
So nachos with tots instead of tortilla chips, and they were fantastic.
I thought you were going to bring up your favorite bar in Boston.
But yes, my favorite place to get loaded tots would be at, Bukowski Tavern on Dalton Street in Boston, right off of Boylston.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah, fantastic loaded tots. They used to have another place called the Lower Depths that was over by Kenmore Square, and they closed that several years ago. But they had even a bigger loaded tots menu than Bukowski does. But the ones at Bukowski are it was the same ownership, so they're fantastic there. So there you go. There you go. That's our top three for tonight. Awesome. I haven't heard any more thunder since that one clap there.
That one peel.
See, everybody's passionate about fried potatoes, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. You ask for the suggestions, and people, they have feelings about potatoes.
100%.
It's an easy question you can ask any person, well, at least in America.
I'm surprised that none of us brought up potato chips at all. And there's such a variety of potato chips out there. We were just at Acapon, and then or Copen? Acapon, and then you got the great British bakery across the street, and you can get all these types of Irish French fries, not French fries, potato chips, and they got some of the craziest flavors. Beef and onion, prawn,
love it.
Prawn
Potato chip.
And earlier today,
British for shrimp.
Oh yeah, no, I know what a prawn is. I'm just saying prawn potato chips.
But they also had we had Worcestershire sauce, wash your sister sauce.
Wash your sister sauce.
Yeah. Wash your sister sauce. But yeah, they were Worcestershire sauce flavored potato chips. They were fantastic from
Worcestershire.
Yeah. Remember, they say there's three things that are really hard to say. I love you, I'm sorry, and Worcestershire.
And Worcestershire. We had that. We did that on the show a while back. We had I love you, I'm sorry, and Worcestershire sauce. Yeah.
That's a recycled joke. But
oh yeah. What was that?
You have to recycle.
Totally.
Yeah.
Was that Mo from the Three Stooges? He said, "Please pass the Worcestershire sauce." I'm sorry, I could never say Worcestershire. Yeah.
Still, my favorite now still is the wash your sister sauce. Yeah.
Wash your sister sauce. Yeah.
Wash your sister sauce.
Wash your sister.
So anyway. All right. Yeah. No. That was a fantastic idea. Kudos, Bryan. Thanks for that top three idea. That was fantastic. After this is the 226th show, not counting special episodes. So you kind of run out of ideas for the top threes after a while.
That's what I told them earlier on the email. We're kind of running out of stuff, so that works. That worked beautifully.
Exactly. What events are coming up for St. Elmo in the near future?
The next big one we have is our annual crawfish boil here at the original location, May 4th. So Sunday, May 4th.
The people show up dressed as Darth Vader, and
for May the 4th be with you. Coincidentally on May 4th. Okay. Love that. But no, it's a crawfish boil, which is probably it's definitely not a thing in New Jersey. In Texas, I grew up on the bayou, which is basically kind of like where Texas starts to become Louisiana. There's crawfish everywhere.
Between Houston and the border. Right?
That's right. Yeah. The border of Louisiana, yeah.
Of course. The closest thing in Jersey we get to a crawfish boil is a clam bake, but similar.
Yeah. It is seafood cooked for people, but yes, the flavor is quite different.
Right.
And yeah, so the Spicy Boys cook like a Viet Cajun style or a Houston style crawfish. So it's going to have obviously crawfish and then corn, sausage, potatoes, and then like a pretty spicy red chili sauce covering all of it.
Little corn pops.
Yep. And so we do that. It's a huge, awesome party. It's one of our most successful days. I love crawfish grilling, eating them, once a week, and so yeah, we're doing that. I have
pinch the tail, suck the head.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
Pinch the tail, suck the head.
Yep.
Are we still talking about crawfish here?
We're still talking about crawfish.
Yep.
All right, just making sure.
So yeah, it's our next big party. Yeah.
Actually, when I was out Austin Beer Works, I was trying to figure out because there's so many cars, it's so hard to find a place to park. We went in. There's not a lot of people in the tap room. There's a bunch of people outside, but not enough to match all the cars.
Yeah.
Realize there's a company that's having a crawfish boil back in the.
There you go.
Yeah. So it's a thing. It's a thing here.
It's a thing. Gotta love it. There you go. All right.
Yeah. So that, we have Grassy Thursday every Thursday. Trivia actually.
Grassy
Bluegrass. So Bluegrass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Grassy Thursday. Live Bluegrass at the original location every Thursday.
Nice.
Trivia at both locations every Tuesday. So yeah, we have lots of fun programming here at Brewery.
Have you guys do beer festivals at all?
We do some. There's not a ton of beer festivals in Texas. There's the Texas Craft Brewers Fest, which is the big one in October, November, depending. And
when your skin doesn't boil off your skeleton when you walk outside.
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. When it drops below 97.
Oh, that's a hell of a base.
Yeah, but it's a dry heat, though. It's a dry heat. There you go.
It's not.
No, it's
not
not.
often
It's a
it's
humid
not.
heat. It is.
The Colorado River goes right through,
Yeah.
and in their wisdom, they blocked it up to create a Ladybird Lake.
Mhm.
So there's with added humidity from the lake.
Right.
And right now,
Just in
there's
case you missed it.
and they're from what I understand, they're fishing bodies out of the lake because you've got one of your first serial killers in history, right? The Rainy Street Ripper.
The Rainy Street Ripper. Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. The jury's still out on that one, but it is. People are showing up.
John, that might be. You might want to make a trip.
I'm sure Jersey has never dealt with bodies showing up anywhere.
Oh no, 'cause we know how to dispose of them.
Okay. Even scarier.
Yeah, if you ever dredge the Meadowlands,
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
don't ever do that.
Let's put it this way.
Not entirely fiction.
No. I mean, we used to joke too with the old Giant Stadium, right? Because the folklore is that Jimmy Hoffa was buried under the old Giant Stadium. So we always used to joke. We always used to joke that if a receiver was running down without any defender coming after him, and he inexplicably tripped on the 10-yard line, we'd go Hoffa on the tackle.
Half about it.
Yeah.
And one of our punters, Sean Landetta, when they told him this, he's like, "I think there's a whole new meaning to the term coffin corner." So yeah, it's a good thing.
Good thing.
Not
It's-
Sure. Story didn't come out of nowhere.
You got to do it. There you go. So anyway, yeah. So there you go. We got a comment. Hold on. I'll put this up. There we go. There we go. Dina McDaniel. Hey, Dina. How are you? Cheers, Dina. Thanks for tuning in.
Okay.
Cheers.
Dina, where you from? Let us know. Type it in. Let us know. So yeah. So that's great that you do that. So you do the Texas Craft Beer Festival.
Yeah, that's about it. We do a few other small ones, but yeah, beer festivals aren't super popular here.
You know what? I mean, they're kind of losing their luster. I mean, they're back in the day. They were like, there was 5 beer festivals every weekend all year long, and they were packed. Now, not so much. It's ebbs and flows and so forth.
Yeah,
So
it got to the point where it's like I have to pay how much to drink as much as I want. And people show up to beer festivals. What's your highest ABV?
Yeah,
that here too?
right. So what became a way for breweries to get their name and their message and their brand out there just turned into a drunk fest, and nobody gave a shit. They just wanted to drink whatever. So,
Yep.
But we knew this early on. But there was always that one session of the 2 or 3 that a beer fest had. That was always the session to go to, because that was the session that, you know, the other brewers and the bar owners and the beer managers in package stores and so forth and so on. That was the ones that they went to, and it wasn't a drunk fest by any means. It was more laid back and more chatting about the product and everything else, and that was the way to go. But that they've kind of fallen few and far between now.
But when you're used to pouring at beer fest, the best part of the beer fest is sort of
Anticipation.
But no, not just that. Even with everybody else from the community.
Oh, yeah,
a little
sure.
bit, sharing beers with them.
Mm-hmm.
That was always my favorite part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you just have to deal with everybody as they come through the gates.
Sure.
Right. It was the way it was almost like a trade show, right? Even though you were just pouring beer for these, everybody that wanted to get drunk, if you will. But it was more of a trade show and a networking thing. And most of the people you knew anyway, but it was a way to get together, share some ideas. Maybe some collabs were born out of the beer fest, and that's always the case. It was cool. So, but gone are those days, I think. But hopefully they come back around to a certain point. But whatever. All right. Look, any other mentions of? I know Dave wants to go eat. I know you got a lot of stuff to do. It's an hour later here, but that doesn't matter to me because I'm just sitting here enjoying my double IPA, and I'll probably have another after that. But exactly. But anything else you want to let the public know about both locations? The new one, obviously. That.
Thank you for coming to St. Elmo, and we're happy to be here and still trucking. I think the beer industry is a really wonderful place to be. It changes a lot over the years, and but one thing that I don't think will ever change is that being together with fun people and having good beer that is made by people who give a shit is really fun. And getting, try new flavors and new experiences and meet new people from different places to do different things is just never going to get old to me. So I appreciate y'all coming and having me on. And if anybody is ever in Austin, please stop by St. Elmo and come have a pint.
100%. Yeah, I said that before to everybody while I was vamping for those 5 minutes that you were plugging the laptop back in. I was mentioning. I said anybody, because we have a bunch of groups that watch the show. There's an Austin craft beer group. There's a bunch of Texas. There's like 3 other Texas craft beer groups that watch the show, and whatchamacallit, and they, I said anybody that's been there, the beer's good, get back over there. Anybody that knows about the place that hasn't been there, get over there. Anybody that hasn't known about the place, well, you know about it now. Get over there, So, but yeah, I mean, just looking at Dave's face, and he can speak for himself. I don't have to speak for him, but just looking at Dave's face, the beers that we had on the show so far. What's that?
He hasn't been ventriloquist actually.
I do. I don't have to. Hold on. Let me get my hand. Hold on. Let me get my.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, you better wash that when you're done.
Wash it after the fact. Exactly.
When you're done.
Yeah.
No, there's the beer here is fantastic, John. I'll bring you back some stuff. What I don't drink, maybe you'll get some.
I'll get some. There you go. Get Brian's information too. We'll send him a Jersey care package too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, love that.
So one of my favorite beers. I brought a couple cans for you for that. Cool. From Jersey, you'll appreciate it. He uses cold cheese in a low ABV hoppy ale. Cool.
It's a sessionable ale for double IPA drinkers. That's what it's called. So.
Awesome. So I got a few of those for you. So.
You gotta love it. So, all right,
I have some ballast on the plane, so that once I can get rid of that, so I can fill it with.
Make room for more Carl.
That's the way it works. Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta love it. So, all right. Well, this was fantastic, Brian. Awesome. 100%.
Great seeing you.
Really, really appreciate it.
Love the beer.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thanks, man. Talk with you, Johnny.
100%. Don't go anywhere. We'll talk for a couple of seconds after I do the outro. But on that note,
okay,
he's got it memorized. But he still uses a cheat sheet.
I do used to, you know, it's like any other speech. You know, you keep the cheat sheet there just for, you know, when you need it. But in any event, on that note, we will wrap up the show for today. We want to thank everybody for watching. And for those of you just listening to the audio podcast, thank you for listening. Don't forget to visit our website, www.lagerroom.com. That's LAGERROOM.com. And please remember, like us and follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, our YouTube channel. All of them are at The Lager Room. Remember, we go live with the video podcast on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Twitch every Tuesday night around 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for those of you who just want to listen to the audio podcast, you can do so on our audio host, Spreaker, as well as iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Odyssey, Audible, Pandora, Amazon Music Podcast, YouTube Music, iTunes Music, TuneIn, Podcast Addict, Castbox, Deezer, Podchaser, Listeners. Pretty much anywhere you can find audio podcasts, you will find the Lager Room Guys Craft Beer Podcast. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to one or more of those feeds, and you will never miss a show. Again, thanks for following along with us. Have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. Bryan, once again, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. Fantastic show. Great top 3 list idea. Awesome beer. I can't wait to try it.
I'm thinking a 7.9 on that one, man. When you choked on your saliva right there, you lost so many stock points.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Can I give him an F plus?
Well, actually, I still had a little bit of the IPA. It wasn't saliva; it was the IPA that I choked on. So,
that's what it was.
That's what it was.
You still had it in your mouth when you started the outro. That's
when I started it, because it became part of the back of my throat kind of thing. You know how that goes. Oh, you do know how that goes. So stop it anyway.
Nope.
Anyway, Bryan, thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. Drink a lot of beer, but drink responsibly. And we will talk to you next week, folks. Got a great show from Rhode Island coming from next week. So
yes,
we do. Yes, we do. So
old home brewery.
Old home brewery. There you go. Talk to you then, folks. Enjoy.